I spoke earlier with Robert Boland of Ohio University. He's executive in residence at the Department of Sports Administration.
It's a very different undertaking to host the Winter Games, and it involves the development of a lot of new infrastructure. On the other hand, it's a really good use of many of the facilities that were used for the Beijing Games, and you have a lot of experience still in-house to kind of work on it and develop from it. So there's a lot of good in doing that, so close together.
You know, China really isn't well known when it comes to winter sports. President Xi Jinping is trying to change all of that. Could we see a new generation of skiers, ice skaters, or even people playing hockey post-Olympics in China?
I expect that's really the ultimate goal of hosting these games, and also to develop recreational facilities for Chinese emerging middle class. I think this is to become a destination for tourism in Asia, but also to develop these opportunities for Chinese athletes and just Chinese recreation and people moving forward. So ultimately, I think that's really the goal. It's probably 3 levels down: develop championship facilities, develop championship athletes, and then develop recreational opportunities that will be a destination for years to come.
What are you looking forward to when it comes to China hosting the Winter Games? What are you excited to see? What are you interested in seeing play out?
Well, the Beijing Olympics in 2008 introduced the world to an incredibly marvelous modern China, and it's probably, for most of us in the West, it's our biggest point of really of awareness or unveiling. I think this is another opportunity for an incredibly dynamic country to show to tell an incredible story, but also maybe to advance technologically with some of the trains and infrastructure that will move people from city to mountain so quickly. I think that might be the best story that we'll see.
And in terms of the Olympic Games, talk to us about the Games in terms of diplomacy. You have thousands of athletes from all over the world meeting in one place for a couple of weeks. It doesn't matter what's happening in the world, but they come together.
It's an incredible coming together. Represents a commercial opportunity, represents diplomatic opportunities. We don't like the ancient Greeks do it under a flag of truce when there's no war. But if you think about it from just this simple fact that there are about 180 nations in the United Nations and about 207 in the Olympic movement, in the IOC, that really says that everywhere in the world the Olympics are a special event, and they have a special reach.
Robert, any final thoughts looking ahead to the Winter Games in Beijing?
Yeah, Beijing in many ways takes these Winter Games a lot the way Los Angeles took the 1984 Summer Games, with the Winter Olympic movement in some trouble, with very few countries wanting to step up. This is an opportunity to really transform in a very positive way the Winter Olympics as an event, and also provide an opportunity that will last for a long time with very positive reverberations in China, economically, socially. This is a really good chance for China to put their stamp on the Olympic Games yet again, and I can't think of very many negatives that go with that.